faith. And that's the thing that I hope that, as you continue to put your own ideas together around politics and even your own ways of being in the world, that you figure out a way or find ways to synthesize things and not have different pieces of who you are cut off. Because that's what, going back to slavery, that's what the masters would have wanted. Us to be stripped of our religion, stripped of that spirit that gives us the resilience to rise and rise and rise again, even in the face of people putting their foot upside your head or behind your neck. You see what I mean?
Right, yeah.
And so the thing is, it's if you can nurture a sense of wholeness, that's what has made Christianity such a powerful force within the black community. Now, of course, that's not without critique. I'm not going to I'm not going to sit up and say, Christianity has been such a wonderful thing for black people. No, we know that's not the case. There are many people who take advantage of people's vulnerabilities and whatnot coming to the church. There are many ministers who are trying to profit, Profit, instead of being prophets, Prophets.
Yeah, right.
So we got to be honest about that. I'm going to be real about that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, there's something about those scriptures, the Old Testament stories, as well as the New Testament stories, and that prophetic ministry of Jesus, who said, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me because God has anointed me to preach good news to the poor. That's what we're always trying to look for. Where are the messages of good news for the poor? And any politician that's worth his or her weight needs to be aligning themselves with the prophets, the real prophets out there who are proclaiming good news to the poor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
One last thing, because we have a few minutes left. So we kind of talked about reclaiming Christianity just now. Do you think you could compare it to the sense of how black people also reclaimed the N-word?
What do you mean?
Like going from the hard R to Nigga?
Oh, so they switched it, if you will.
Yeah.
Oh, the hard R. I never thought about it.
You
like
never
that.
heard the hard R?
I heard the N-word.
No, yeah. Well, because, there's like the N-word that black people use back and forth between each other. And then there's the Nigger. Which was back in...
And that's what you call the hard R.
Yeah, the hard R. Yes, yeah.
Versus the A.
Yeah. Yeah, that.
I'm with you, though.
Could you compare it to that, or do you think that's a whole separate...
Compare what to that? So clarify what you...
Comparing how...
The big C Christianity to the little C Christianity?
Like comparing...
The N-word.
Reclaiming Christianity. As we reclaimed the N-word, where both of them, you could say that they were both used against us negatively. But with each of them, we took our own spin on them and made them into a positive endearment role. Would you agree with that, or do you think it was... They're two separate
that it can't be reclaimed,
or just do you think that they're comparable in any way?
Is that really analogous?
Yes.
Yeah. I like how you're thinking about this, though, and frankly, I think it is a great analogy.
Okay.
The thing is, for me personally, the N-word just does not work. Even in the reclamation of it. And so you could have many people who would say Christianity just cannot work for me. Even in the reclamation of it. You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So in that regard, I can see the two being analogous. Because either you're going to jump into the language world of the N word, if you will, or you're not. See, I just don't use the word at all.
Right.
So it's kind of like some black women today talk about, that's my B. Right? I don't really want anybody calling me their B.
Okay.
Even if that's supposed to be like a term of endearment.
Right.
Okay, so that's what I have to say about the N word. Now, with respect to Christianity, the same would hold true. Because there are many people who just cannot get with the whole frame of reference of Christianity. Just because it's perceived as being hypocritical. Because a message that's supposed to be inclusive and universal and everybody should have a place at the table, Christianity in many cases doesn't do that. As many people as they claim to welcome, it leaves so many other people out. For all of the black people who think, oh, this has been such a good religion to keep us resilient, there are many white people who are still today using Christianity to justify the unjust immigration policies that we see today.
Yeah. The KKK, they are a Christian organization.
So you see what I'm
right?
So for some people, they don't even want to use the whole frame of reference of Christianity. And in that regard, bless you.
Thank you.
It would be analogous to how the N word is there another category that we can use all together that would not be offensive? And that's when you find so many people today claiming spirituality. You know, I'm not religious. I don't want to have organized religion. I just want to be spiritual. You know, they're trying to find a different reference point. Say the movement of Gandhi. You know, people who just want to meditate, and even Buddhists, that whole message. You know, anything that'll take you away from all of the hundreds of years of oppression and negativity that's associated with Christianity, and by analogy associated with the N word that you bring up. But in the pure sense of what you're asking, both terms and both ways of understanding the world can be reclaimed. I think it is possible to take something that was once negative and turn it into a positive.
Okay. I like that, yeah.
You see what I'm trying to say?
I completely agree, yeah.
Even with all of the other examples of, you know, kind of obstacles and pitfalls that you run into, I still think it's worth lifting up the positive.
Okay. I like that, yeah. Well, it was nice speaking to you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It was really nice.
Good conversation.
Yeah, it was really good to be a part of this, and I commend you on the class you're taking, and even more so the way you're thinking about the questions, though. Mm-hmm. Okay, so continue the good work, and I hope I'm fortunate enough to be invited back to your podcast one day.
Great. All right, that was episode 1, Origin Story. Thanks for listening.